Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to Clive Games, and we're picking up right where we left off after that 50-minute long story dungeon. I'm sorry about how long that took, but there was nothing I could really do about it. And there wasn't really a good halfway point, so I figured I'd just finish it up, do one really long dungeon, and then we'll finish up the 2.0 stuff. So here we go. We are now exiting. Oh my god, it's Maggie! I thought you were dead! Why aren't you dead? Like I understand what it's saying.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Why do they keep acting like Cid's such a big character? He is not that huge of a
Hear,
character.
feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved son. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
She's talking as if we'll never speak to her again.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
He's still in there.
Cid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
He's going to make it, I know he is.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
You tell them, Y'shtola.
Cid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light his way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou wouldst see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
They look at her like she's crazy.
Oh!
My tail should have been singed 10 times over by now.
Yay! Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with him!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn. Welcome home.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Carteneau. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era.
The 7th Astral Era is come! And thus is ours a realm reborn!
Yeah, they fit that in. It is a realm reborn! Oh my god. They fit that in so well. It only took the entire game. I think I can skip this credits. If you want to see the credits, I'll do it, but I don't know why you would. But the song they were playing is the theme song to A Realm Reborn. If you haven't listened to it, I recommend. It's very good. It's a very good song. that's a dark crystal. The opposite of Heidelin.
What is it?
What was that?
That roar. It can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings! Chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal! A primal has awakened!
Bahamul, move.
Bahamut stirs.
One Azaz move, star.
As will the others ere long. Okay, so I feel like this is a reference to other Final Fantasy. Like her hairstyle, I guess, was supposed to be a reference to lightning, and I think his is a hairstyle to Edis from another Final Fantasy game I never actually played, but I watched on YouTube.
Fanza Lokpai ki hads Haldorn Zul, Ukdorn.
It is not a question of whether Eorzea's champion shall yield, but of when. Okay, I think that's just a random hairstyle for him.
We next starve Chemuv. They only cause the pause right ball.
And with each passing moment, we draw closer to the reckoning. That's a lot of you.
Alpha Post!
To the one true God. To Zodiark. Ooh, that gave me chills. Ooh, that was so cool. And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there is light, there is always shadow. Ooh. Hold on, let me... Everyone's here. Arnvald. Don't really know who you are yet. Ha! The three brothers, what? I know I told you to become a storied personage I could brag about having met, but I never thought you'd go so far as to oblige me. Yeah, you come a long way since I first saw you running around the waking sands. I reckon a lot more folk will take up a venture enough to hear about what you've done. Brave men and women all hoping to become the next Clive Jet. That's cool. I never realized he actually comes back here. Iliad from the church. The Scions. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the ether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount the possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggles continue, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of this very star. Alright, we get the item to use so we can actually have a Magitech armor as a mount, and Fantasia, a one-time use so you can completely change everything about your character. I could literally go from being a Makote all the way to, hey, flying unlocked. I can now fly while mounted. So that's a new thing they added. I can go from being Makote all the way to Lalafell or blah 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 flying mounts. Blah. Okay. Alright, but that is the end of 2.0. Oh, that's exciting. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and start 2.1 because I still got a little bit of time. But after this episode, we should be starting, for the most part, every episode for a while with a new dungeon. Should be. I'm going to try. Reoccurring problem? Let's accept it. I don't know what that is. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there is still work to do. The ultimate weapon's destruction, 'twould seem, has served to embolden the beastmen who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja and Exalt and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes are somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something. Basically, this means that the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. Beast tribes believe we began hoarding crystals with a vengeance. In the waking of the Ultima weapons made an appearance. You'll remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. Very impressive. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more, to thee. The etheric waves were observed in Mordona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet much more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Clive? Sure. You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would have done without you. Go ahead, Thancred. Ahem. The circumstances as they are, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Clive. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Anything for you, Thancred. Anything for you, baby. A string of failures has left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead, I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. Banker's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is now easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Oriange has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Okay, so I think these are the missions that unlocked the hard modes of the 3 primals. I probably will do those because that'll take no time to do at all. It's the extreme versions I will not do because it takes forever to find someone to carry me through it. And we'll just do that later on when I can carry myself through it. But, alright. The price of principles. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Live, it pleases me to see you well. You have to think this is like months after the end of 2.0. Do excuse me for interrupting, Clive. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tartaru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Bye, Potato. Ever since we defeated Gaius van Belsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Oh no, how dare they? Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price, obviously. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. Is that how it goes? The gentleman Tartaru spoke of was more brazen than most, and in exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. It's fine. I can be a good soundboard. Or sounding board, is that what it's called? Yet my urge to share with this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Alrighty. So she wants us to go and talk to everyone else, see what they think of everything. That makes sense. It's smart of her to get opinions from multiple sources. Alright, let's see what my little girl Y'shtola has to say. Recall you our meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Lamentis sent word of summoning of Titan. Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merwib that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds and that the beastmen had justly responded. That we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lamentans to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality. but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Fair point. Alright, Daddy Thancred, what you think? Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what to do with it? You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Clive. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. I understand. No one can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes to the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiance need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Yida would enjoy the bribes. You get how Yida thinks. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalymo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? Okay, I get it. Alright. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and the primals is at thy disposal. This is for the primal mission. Whether man or beast man, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amaja, who have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Okay, I didn't get any rewards. I'm honestly surprised. But what do you think of what we should do? It is the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Alright, so yeah, that's that primal. And the reason I'm not doing that primal is because it would take forever to get someone to carry us through it. Alright, so first primal we need to kill is Ifrit. Thancred wants you to vanquish Ifrit and has information that will help you to arrange an encounter. Confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Urianger said, I fear the Amaja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more to lend you my blade, but the students of Aldessian insisted that I refrain from taking it to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. That sucks. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everybody's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Frames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Menphilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Thanks, my dude. I will try. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Clive. Okay. Alphino, Clive, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Menphilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'Dan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay will only delay the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte. We know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'Dan is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and place our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am of course conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'Dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'Dah is our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. I don't know, I think it's a good idea, honestly. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose for which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, which moved you to found the path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much family as your family as... That will be all, Alphino. I am sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Alright, let's see what we get. Nope, 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 okay. Alrighty. But that's all the time I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time.